Hey guys, it's Rick from Ozark Living Homestead. June the 7th, about 7:30 at night. I'm getting ready to go in for the night. Thought I'd do a little video. This is something I've actually meant to kind of touch on for a while. I've had them for a while, and I'm surprised nobody's actually asked or questioned these, because they sit over in front of the new cabin there for a while. But that, as you guys can see, or some of you may know what it is a mounting bracket. It doesn't have the dish for the old C-band dishes, the real big, heavy, old satellite dishes. It doesn't have the dish on it. It's been gone. Someone, actually a neighbor, gave that to me. I had told him I was going to put my satellite on poles and put trackers on them so they would track the sun, so I wouldn't have to adjust them and move them, try to get the maximum production out of them. Anyway, he looked at me kind of funny. It was like, okay, whatever you said, because he really didn't have no clue what I was talking about. But he had one, and he said, you're welcome to it. Now, I didn't have the actuator, but it's all set up for an actuator. It sits on a 3-inch pole. Of course, I've got to modify it some. I have a welder. I do a little welding. I'm not good at it, but I do a little bit. But I've got to modify it some to hold the panels. Now, I don't know what size panels I'm going to put on this one here. But these, I actually bought these two from one guy. And these have, these were actually the complete satellite dishes. They had the mounting brackets under them, and so, some of the parts, the LMB off the top, actually I took it off and put it down in the shed under there. You can't see, but the mounting bracket that sits on the pole and everything that holds it up is still there. But I did take the actuator off of it. It's actually a good heavy-duty actuator. And this one here, same thing. You can see the bracket here. But I took the actuator off of it and put it down in the shed because I didn't want them to get messed up. Now again, they need to, I need to do some modifying once I take the dishes off of them. I need to do some welding and some modifying to hold my panels. Now, I have some 225 watt panels with the M-phase microinverters that I'm going to use, and they are grid tie, as most of you know that know anything about satellite. Solar. One of these is going to be set up with those. The other one of these actually, and I think it's this one here, is going to actually be used for TV. And the reason I said that is because this is the better one. I didn't get the LMB off of that, but I actually ordered one off of eBay today, actually. And I ordered a couple of receivers, because if you have more than one person wanting to watch TV, you need a receiver for each person. Basically like cable or satellite or whatever. This was the worst one. This one has some hail damage. It's pretty beat up. So figured this one will actually be one of them that I'm going to modify the frame and everything once I get the dish off of it and everything. And I'll say what parts it can be used for the other one. But I'll do the welding, and that'll be used. And I'm not good with solar at all. I'll have to find out a good tracker to put on it, to hook up to the actuators to track the sun. But this one would be hooked up to TV. And I know a lot of people are probably sitting here listening to me and thinking, there's no way this thing is going to pick up TV. Well, it will pick up TV. And the reason I say that is because the neighbor that I talk about quite a bit, and people think hillbillies are dumb. Hillbillies are not dumb. And I'm just joking, but no, some of them are pretty smart. He actually has it, and and all you get are regular channels. You're not stealing any cable TV from anybody. You're not doing anything illegal. These are all free over-the-air TV channels. The only, well, it's not even a drawback actually. You know, you can't determine exactly what channels you're going to get. I mean, it depends on how you position your satellite, how big your satellite is, what position you point it at, what satellite and all that, which I have no clue what I'm even talking about here, but I'm just going by what he told me. That you get different channels. For instance, you may get ABC channel, but it may be a New York ABC channel. You may get a CBS channel, but it's a Puerto Rico CBS channel. In English though, but it comes out of Puerto Rico. So you're grabbing all these free over-the-air TV stations when they're bouncing off these satellites. Because they actually use satellites to broadcast their stations and stuff. And a lot of people don't realize that. And I never thought it would work anymore since they changed it all over to everything's digital now. Well, they have a lot of new digital boxes. And the ones that I actually ordered today are a new generation, actually a new one that just come out. And he's already gotten a couple of them and tested them and tried them, and they're much better. They're actually in HD. And they pick up the channels really, really good, and really, really clear. And again, like I said, it could be a station out of, who knows, you know, I'm in Missouri. It could be out of New York, or who knows, Minnesota. I mean, you never know where the channel is going to come out of. Louisiana, Kansas. I mean, you just don't know. But anyway, this one is going to be set up on TV. And the reason I say that is because I don't watch much TV at all as it is right now. And I haven't since I've been up here, which is kind of a good thing. You know, in Florida it was so hot. And I didn't watch a lot then because I was always working. But I just don't care to watch TV. There's so much crap on TV anymore, I really don't care to watch it. Now, there are some things I like to watch. And the thing is, right now I have what they call a smart package. I'm going to walk down here and show you guys another one, satellite bracket thing that was actually given to me too, that had the actuator with it, but it was actually given to me as a heavy duty one. But anyway, I have a satellite dish network, and I'm still in the contract for, I don't know, probably about 8 more months. But I've got what they call starter package, I think it's called. It's $20 a month, and you just get the bare minimum basic. And when I say bare minimum basic, it's bare minimum. And honestly, there's nothing in there I want. There's a couple local channels, but my local channels are, you know, 250 miles away. I mean, because we don't have local TV here. So, but I catch a little bit of news now and then and stuff. So, but anyway, this is another one that was given to me. And it has a big actuator. I haven't had a chance to take it out to the shed. And actually, I've already hooked it up, tested the actuator, and works really, really good. I don't know if you guys can see that, but and it's just a satellite mount. Again, I'm gonna modify it to go up on the pole and hold my solar panels, and this one and one of the big black ones up there. And the other little one, because I do have a couple little 100 watt panels, and I'll probably get a few more. So I'll probably take that other little one eventually, because I actually have another extra actuator that somebody gave me. That works. All these actuators work. I've actually tested every one of them. They all work. But anyway, I'm probably going to hook it up and put the 100 watts on it, because I want to put them all tracking, so I'm getting the maximum production out of the sun instead of just sitting and facing south, you know. But what I was getting at a while ago about the TV, since I don't watch much TV anymore, I mean, like at night, I go and I get something to eat, I take a shower, I get something to eat. And I sit there and I probably, at the maximum, the most, watch 2 hours of TV. If I'm even doing that, because most of the time I'm on YouTube or something like that. Now, I have, between me and my wife in Florida, we have Netflix and Hulu. And I'm not sure if you guys know, some of you, I'm sure you don't know, about the Netflix and the Hulu, or you know what it is, but you just never had a channel or whatever. My wife gave up her cable because she really doesn't watch it either. She preferred to just watch Netflix. I mean, that's just her thing, and she would, and Hulu. Now, mine's Hulu. And the thing I like about Hulu, and I think a lot of you guys, if you give it a try, it's only like $8 a month, and 2 people can actually sign into it at the same time and watch, and you don't have to pay extra. Because I do from up here, and she's in Florida, and she signs into it, so she watches it there, and I watch it here. But a lot of the shows, and most of the shows actually, since I don't watch that many on CBS, NBC, even Discovery, History Channel, a lot of those like Life Below Zero, good gosh, you know, some of the other ones, Alaska, The Last Frontier, I mean, stuff like that. All those shows are on Hulu, and they're actually on during the season. And the only drawback to it, which is fine out here, because I don't talk to anybody that watches any of those shows, so they can't spoil anything, but the show will actually show up on TV the next day or a couple of days later. So I'm actually watching it a day or 2 after it actually aired, which is fine with me. I don't care. I mean, really, honestly, I don't. But Hulu costs me like, I think $8 a month, you know, for me and my wife to watch it, and $10 for Netflix. So it's pretty cool. So basically, we're spending $20. When right now I'm spending $20 for the satellite for channels I don't even watch at all. I very rarely ever turn it on to any of those channels. My wife doesn't have any cable, and it's not to save money. It's just, well, it is to save money because it was such a waste of money. We were just giving money away for something we don't even use. And as soon as my contract's up, there's a wild rabbit. You guys have to kind of, and it's out there in the goat pen. And I think it goes up when they spill feed or something. It goes up and eats. And you guys can see the babies playing.